Hello, this is Team Outliers, and today we're going to share our results from Lab 7. So we will go over all the installation steps for Termix, EC2, and Node-RED, as well as ThinkSport.io. And then we will show you guys how we retrieve data from ThinkSport.io using ThinkSport.io from our sensor on Android.
Okay, so for the first part, we installed Termux and Termux API on our Android phones, and then we used SSH to log in using our laptops. And after that, we typed in Termux sensor L in our terminal to get all our sensors data. And then for this lab, we're going to use the light sensor. And by typing in Termix sensor S and then our sensor name, we could get the data from our sensor. And then for the next part, Claire will talk about the Node-RED.
So for the Node-RED installation, so after we get the get everything easy to ready to install, we use PuTTY on Windows in order to access the Linux termix, the terminal. And then in the terminal, we enter the following code in order to install every dependencies that we need for Node-RED. And then afterwards, we will be able to access the phone's Node-RED web graphical editor using the web browser. So here's a picture of what it looks like on the web from the phone side. And then after we set up Node-RED on phone, we will do the same thing in PC. And then similarly in PC, we will install Node-RED, open the port 1880 on PC. And the things that we need to do to configure the Node-RED to correctly retrieve data from Android phone sensor is first of all, we need to change the HTTP request node method to post, and then the URL should be your PC IP address, um, and with the 1880 and slash IoT, and then on the phone side and on the PC side, we should do the same thing for HTTP in, and the method should also correspond to the same thing, which is post, and the URL should be slash IoT. And then the graph below shows what it looks like on the PC side, Node-RED web URL. And then the same thing for ThinkSport.io. After we get the EC2 instance, we will be able to set up things for IO by downloading all the installation following the link that was included in the report. And then after we configure everything, we'll be able to log into ThinkSport.io device using tenant at thinksport.org. And then below will be what it looks like in the web interface of ThinkSport.io. And Raj will go over how we retrieve the data and then what the graphs will look like from the ThinkSport.io terminal.
Hi everyone. I'm going to talk about like how we practically implemented all the things together to collect the data from the Android phone, storing it in Things.io, which runs in the cloud instance. So for that, I use PuTTY and Windows to connect with the phone node, and for PC, I use command prompt, and for to connect with the Ubuntu instance, I also use PuTTY. So first, we start with the Node-RED command on mobile end to initialize the thing. Then we can start with the Node-RED command in the PC. Yeah, and it started. I think, yeah, cool. Don't worry, we can start another instance for this node thread. Sometimes it might happen. Yeah, to connect with the mobile instance, we need to use the mobile IP address. And the port. Here we go. And we start Node-RED again in the mobile node. Uh, Meanwhile, we can also start the things port in the Ubuntu instance. For this, we use T2 in the AWS instance because from a things port main page, we got information like to run the things port, at least we need a 2 GB of RAM. So, yeah, my bad. Okay, it started. And yes, now we can actually see the data start collecting, and we can see the light sensor and its value. Now let's push this data into the things board. Okay, now if we jump into the browser, this is uh mobile's Node-RED, and this is the PC one. To collect the data in the thingsport.io, we have to change this to the URL to this thing. This is the URL followed by API and the custom key for the thingsport.io dashboard. And actually, we can see, okay, just go to the home and see the active sensor first and look at the telemetry data, like the data is collecting. It says like the sensor, light sensors keep on collecting. And when you look back into the dashboard, so like it's collecting data and it's still updating. As you see, it's updated like 8 records. And to check if this is working right, I'm gonna flash up on the light sensor in the Android phone. Let's see if it jumps the value on the next instance. Yeah, you see, like it's jumped from 14 point to like 16,398 and 17. And you can also see when I like reduce the light, it will actually fall down. And if I increase the light, it will just strike up again. So this is how we collected the data using Pixport.io. And on while API connections, we got some errors, but we eventually solved it. Thank you for watching.